Alright, so we're getting back into the old-fashioned style, like what I used to do on the main channel, where I just, talked over gameplay that I had played and sort of talk about my thought process through it and, yeah, do that sort of thing. So I've got two games for you today. One was against the pro, and then one was the next game after that. So it was just interesting games. But I thought I played pretty well, and, yeah, I figured why not bring the content, especially since it was against the pro. Pro that's currently actively playing, so I thought it would be something to share because clickbait, whatever, grow the channel. But yeah, it is what it is. But the pro is Casio, so I don't know much about him. I don't think he plays much ones, to be honest, but he is an elite player, being in RLCS X, so it would be an interesting game nevertheless. And I honestly haven't played against too many pros recently because I have a feeling, one, also, like, all the pros are going to be like 16, all the top pros are going to be like 1700 anyway. The top 1v1 players anyway. And, that's just hard to get on PS4. And two, I have a feeling that a lot of them just turn off crossnet, which is a shame. It really is a shame. Like, for 1v1 PC players, there's actually no reason to have cross network off. Like, I kind of understand in 2v2 having it off. You don't play with PS4 players, maybe, I don't know. But do you know that okay, so before we actually get into the game, nothing much has happened really. He just missed a shot and I scored. Before I get into analyzing the gameplay or whatever, genuinely, unless you're I hear people that are 1500, 1600, even 1700, they're saying they turn crossnet off because PS4 players are bad. It doesn't make sense if you're around that rank or any lower than that, right? Because, for a PS4 player to be at that rank, they have to be the same skill as you. What is the point of turn? If you're 2K, literally if you're 2K, yes, playing with a PS4 player, because most of them are going to be way lower rated than the pro. So I understand the pro, because even the top rated players on PS4, I'm pretty sure they party up with their friends to play anyway. So they're not even getting that through solo queue. So the pro has it even worse in that sense, because maybe the best solo queue player they can play with is a 1700, because maybe the 1800, not saying that it's not impossible to get 1800 by yourself, but it is very hard on PS4 to get that, or 1900 maybe, let's say. I think it's very rare to see that solo queued. But yeah, the pro will really have to struggle if he gets a PS4 player in his team, because most likely it won't be one of those 1900s. It'll be a guy that's way lower. So I understand the plight of the pro playing ranked with a PS4 player, because it has to be much lower level than he is. But if you're 1700, 1600, 1500, lower than that, or lower than that, there are many PS4 players at your level. There are so many PS4 players at your level. There is no reason to have cross network off if you're at that rank, because the PS4 player is genuinely the same rank as you. They are literally the same rank as you. So I don't get people, I think people just see pros doing something and they're oh yeah, I'll do that too, that sort of thing. But yeah, anyway, yeah, that's my run over as I pass Casio the ball, which is really good, but yeah, for me, in those situations, I feel I panic a lot, because I need to concentrate more on the hit I'm going to get, but also I know Casio's coming in, so I just want to, get the ball out quickly. But, I in that situation, I need to take a bit more time and care with the ball, and I probably would have been fine. My whole idea when playing Casio was to, try and keep the ball away from as long as possible. So a lot of other players that I've played in the past, when I'm playing pros and stuff, I often let them do what they want. And honestly, I've uploaded pretty much all the games I've played against pros, and even Scrubs uploaded one where he trash talked me the whole way through, but that was still a close game. I often and in that game against Scrub, I let him pretty much do what he wanted, and it works out. But I'm trying to add this dimension to my game where I challenge a lot more and keep control of the ball a lot more. And Casio's not the same as Scrub, obviously. Scrubs are definitely a tougher 1v1 opponent. Even now, even though he's fallen off a little bit, he's still definitely top 50 in my estimation, So yeah, it's not really a comparison, Cassio to Scrub. But yeah, against these guys, I'm going to start trying to, you know, put more pressure on them, and maybe that can be the difference in that game against Scrub. You know, I mean, to be honest, against Scrub, right? I was up. What was it? 5-4 with like 10 seconds to go, and then I try and demo him in his corner, and then he scores his 5th, and then he gets a kickoff goal, I'm pretty sure, or something. He challenged me and scored, and I lose the game 6-5. So it was really unfortunate one. But yeah, I mean, it happens, right? But yeah, I think if I really took the game more to Scrub, I think it would have been different. Also, like, I've improved, he's improved, so, and he's obviously improved at probably a faster rate than me playing you know, Pro Rocket League. So, you know, that match will never happen again like that, you know. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, I've improved quite a lot. Actually, do you know what? I think it's easier for me to improve than him, if that makes sense, because like I've got so much more to improve on. He's got his sick aerial game, he's got his, you know, sick ground game, whatever. And I'm kind of like making my way. Do you know what I mean? So like I've got much more to improve on than him, but that also means, you know, I like players who are really good often will stagnate for longer because they've got less to improve on. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. But yeah, I've definitely, so my focus recently has been, that really sucked. I hate those positions. So this is what happens when you're against a really good mechanical player and you back off. Like, I didn't want to attack the air dribble because he could bump me. He had a really good set for the bump, and I wanted to stay patient, so if he does try and bump me, then I can get it, but then he just hits it again, and it's like, oh, what do I do there? So yeah, so the two things that I've been trying to improve on is my challenging earlier and staying close to the ball, and the other thing is my aerial game. I've been using a ton of flip resets in my games. Like sometimes obviously it doesn't work out the way I want to, but yeah, I have got pretty decent at my aerial game. That was an unfortunate crossbar flick, but it was a good one though. It made Cassio have to commit because he wasn't sure, and I get the goal. So I got a really good result. I was quite happy with that one. He didn't say GG, so I didn't bother. But yeah, let's move on to the next game. Yeah, I had a really good game there. I thought I played really solid. I know I was ranting about the PS4 thing for most of it, but you got something to watch while I'm ranting. Maybe you guys like that kind of. Let me know if that's something like I've got loads of stuff that grind my gears. You know, like I can talk about these over these videos. I mean, I'm playing a decent amount. That was really unfortunate for me, that shot. I'm playing a decent amount anyway, so I might as well, you know, record these and, you know, maybe talk over them, or I could do live commentary again. But honestly, like, I swear my mechanics just go out the window when I'm doing live commentary. Like completely. So I did actually want to hit to the side so I could get a bit of space. I did hit it a bit off my control. I wanted to stay more on the ball there and get the boost. But he challenged it, which did surprise me. He challenges that one too. I just stay on my wheels because I know any challenge he does from there, if I stay on my wheels, I'm going to recover faster. So basically at the start of games, what I will do, you can do this in two ways, right? You either be really passive at the start of the game and try and figure them out that way, or you flick early, and what flicking early does is makes them back off maybe a little bit more, or, you know, and you catch them out, or you find out that they're relatively passive. So you can get a good read on them by flicking early at the beginning. Or if you're passive, and you're fine with conceding early, honestly, you can kind of judge their playstyle that way. I think it's a little bit harder if you're passive at the beginning of the game, but I do that. Honestly, I sometimes concede a couple goals just to figure out some stuff about the opponent, and sometimes that makes me lose a game. Sometimes, you know, I do fine, but yeah, it's not a bad strategy at all. Either one, because, you know, Rocket League, being down in the game is not the end of the world, and I get a nice little play there. I know he's low on boost. I'm not taking too many risks. I'm not trying to shoot that on target necessarily. I'm just trying to, because the thing with shooting that on target is that if he saves it, it's going to be awkward to get the ball back. He can collect boost and, you know. So shooting off target's not a bad strategy there. Again, get a nice little power shot there. And I think my last 3 goals have been power shots, which is strange for me because I often will... I often go for like air dribble bumps, genuinely. So genuinely, like recently, my best attacks have been air dribble bumps and, which I know people hate air dribble bumps, but air dribble bumps and flip resets, like genuinely, like if I've got the ball under control, I'll do an air dribble bump. That was nice. If you want to rewind that and look at that, you'll see that like I backed him off by jumping off the wall, so he couldn't actually commit to that. And then when I got down, I took a touch, like behind him basically, because he pushed up a little bit because he wanted to get the ball at that point, and then I could get the outplay. So I kind of baited him in a little bit there. I'm not sure there was like how obviously he should have been more passive, but I'm not sure if there's an aggressive way for him to really play that unless he's got a read on me, you know, unless he 50-50s me when I'm about to hit it, but then I can hit it, right? So it's like he's kind of, you know, I've kind of really done well there to get control. There again, I used a wave dash kickoff. Well, I went too high, so I just used the flip early because I think he went really under the ball. That is the problem with the wave dash kickoff. If they go under the ball, you get launched a little bit. I guess I could have jumped a bit lower on the wave dash. Maybe I'm jumping too high. Maybe that's the problem. So you can if someone's doing a wave dash kickoff, like going low, I don't think it's too bad. I think going high is the worst because you get the slower recovery if you dodge into it. But yeah, dodge into it low if you think someone's doing a wave dash kickoff. But then if you're dodging low as well, they could just screw you over by doing a normal kickoff. So the wave dash kickoff really is such an annoying kickoff to play against. So yeah, that's unfortunate. I genuinely was trying to speed flip and I don't know how that happens. I backflipped, so it's good. I genuinely am good at saving those. That was just terrible. I genuinely like thought, oh, I'm gonna score now, and I don't know how I've missed it. It's a good air dribble, but definitely should be saving that one. I was gonna take all the boost off him and stay close. Not gonna dive in because he's got low boost. That's it's just the mechanics are just terrible there. It's just I should be scoring that as a normal shot. Here I know he's got low boost. I don't know why I'm challenging that. It was actually a crazy flick, but I know if I'm just defending, I'm fine because he can't actually air dribble bump with the amount of boost he has. Because I know he didn't go and pick up that corner, so I can save any flick. I just need a shot at that. But also, I didn't expect him to be the best flicker in the world, so that's something. Again, it's just so bad. I genuinely, I'm disappointed. This game was disappointing in terms of my mechanics, but you know, anyway, yeah. I don't know. I really need to warm up my aerial mechanics when I'm playing, and but yeah, I often, I don't know, if I'm not recording the game right, I feel like I'm just 10 times cleaner. I'm just 10 times cleaner with my mechanics. So yeah, for that reason, I don't know. I could do it from a replay file, you know. If I know I'm recording it, then, you know, I definitely struggle more with the mechanics for some reason. Could go from the replay file. I mean, that would work too. And then I could maybe rewind it and, you know, show certain moments. But yeah, 2 solid games. I've been playing pretty well recently. I had a horrific time in one of my games because in the last 4 games of my placements, I had a horrific time for my rank. So what am I? 1396. Is that 1396? I can't really see because this is a really small screen I'm looking at. But yeah, like I had so much lag for my last 4 placement games, and I dropped pretty much 1293, I think it was. But also, when you're in your placements, you drop a lot more then. So when I got placed, I was Grand Champ 3, I think. I think that's still Grand Champ 3. And I was 1292. Or 1293. Actually, I might have been Grand Champ 2, honestly. I think that might have been Grand Champ 2. Yeah, it might have been Grand Champ 2. And yeah, I've pretty much gone on a win streak since then, I'm pretty sure. May have lost one game since then. But yeah, I've been doing pretty well since then. Also, I'm gaining like 10 MMR per game. Because of, you know, things. So it's a little bit, it's about 2 MMR more than usual. So, because it's still fresh in the season. But yeah, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.